I was joking around in the last segment with Pavlina when I said that, I may just split myself in half and move to Bermuda and open a jet ski stand. I did have a place in Bermuda for 5 years, and it's quite beautiful there, and it's a 90-minute flight, by the way. But I may be back there soon, because with just 15 months left in his term as mayor of New York City, this mutt, literal mutt, and I used this term in the rally last week when we were, sticking up for opening schools and sticking up for cops. I said he's a mutt, and a lot of Italian guys called me up and said, I love that word. That's like an old school word. He is, Johnny. He's a mutt. So yeah, I kind of like that one. But now, on the weekends over here in New York, he goes on, local radio, WNYC, and he gives these speeches that he thinks only progressives are listening to, but forgets that the rest of us are actually listening. And I may be out of New York faster than you can imagine. Today's New York Post had all kinds of moving trucks on the front page, the most number of move-outs like in history. It's skyrocketing. It's spiking like mad, okay? So, this was on Friday. Mayor Warren Wilhelm, okay, and for those of you just tuning into Liquid Lunch, thank you. For those of you who tune in all the time, you know that Bill de Blasio is an alias. That's not his real name. His real name is Warren Wilhelm. That's his actual name. That's a fact, okay? Look it up, okay? So Mayor Wilhelm ran on a platform, I'm going to overtax you, I'm going to put homeless shelters everywhere, I'm going to let the criminals out of jail, and I'm going to defund the police. He said this, 6 years ago. He said it. I said, wow, what a stunt this guy pulled. He told us exactly what he was going to do, and these morons still voted for him, okay? Here's what he's saying now, that he needs your help, New York. I need your help with this, to really get New York back on track. On the Brian Lehrer show, he said, help me tax the wealthy. Help me redistribute the wealth. Help me build affordable housing in white communities if you want desegregation. This is what he said to Brian Lehrer after a caller asked about integrating schools. And then he went on, Mayor Wilhelm, to say the following: if you just talk about it and you feel self-satisfied, God bless you, that's actually not going to change things, he goes on. What changes things is redistribution of wealth. Tax the wealthy at a much higher level. And he goes, I live over in Brooklyn, and at the cocktail parties in Brooklyn, this is a lot of cocktail party comfort going on, rather than people honestly dealing with the issue. So he's saying, and just to recap, help me tax the wealthy, okay? Help me redistribute wealth. He said it, okay? At the same time, he's letting criminals out of Rikers Island every single day like it's part of his job. If you feel self-satisfied, God bless you, but you really got to do something about it to help me. What changes things, again, he goes back, what changes things is redistribution of wealth. Tax the wealthy at a much higher level. It's bizarre. He's saying it right out in public. We got to get rid of the police. He already chopped $1 billion out of their budget. And by the way, this is the magic of politics. It's like a hologram of reality, okay? You know what I'm hearing from? I'm hearing from people that I know that work for the NYPD school safety units. These are like, these, people that are paid to patrol the schools and deal with, kids and keeping drugs away. They don't carry guns. They're school safety officers. Supposedly, they're squashing, although they told everybody they're defunding the police, the first place it's hitting is right there in school safety. So, the other thing I want to tell you is I know a lot of cops in New York, a lot of real ones, great ones, okay? And when they say, oh, they broke up the street crime unit, if you think for 1 minute the good men and women of the NYPD are not still following their leads, and they don't have their commanders who know what's right for this city out there doing street crime work, taking drugs and guns off the street, you need your head examined. So the real stalwarts, they're not following this mud of a mayor that we got here. I guarantee you of that. But he does need your help, folks. He needs you to tax the wealthy, and he needs to redistribute wealth. And, you know, it's funny that we keep talking about diversity and social justice and criminal justice reform and, you know, reimagine policing because of racism and all this other stuff. Listen to what Mayor Wilhelm said. This is funny. He said, "Help me build affordable housing in white communities." That's strange, isn't it? Why would he point out white communities? Why wouldn't he say, "Help me build affordable housing everywhere"? That makes sense. But it sounds like pretty stereotypical, almost racist against whites to say, "Help me build affordable housing in white neighborhoods." Why doesn't he want to build affordable housing in Latino neighborhoods? Why doesn't he want to build more affordable housing in Asian neighborhoods? Why doesn't he want to build more affordable housing in Italian neighborhoods? Why is he just saying white? It sounds kind of racist. I can tell you why he's not trying to do it in Italian neighborhoods, because somebody would probably hit him over the head with a Louisville Slugger if he started to put inappropriate residential housing that didn't fit the norms of the community. But I am repulsed by this filthy animal that in the middle of saying tax the wealthy, redistribute the wealth, build affordable housing in white communities. So basically he's saying all that, tax the whitey, distribute whitey's wealth, and distribute low-income housing into white communities. That's what he's saying, if you ask me. It's not a dog whistle. He's at it. Anyway, that's my rant for today on this Momo of a mayor.